The rain lashed against the window, a relentless drumbeat against the old glass. Inside, Marcus sat alone in the creaking silence of his grandmother's house. He'd come to clear it out after she passed, but every shadow seemed to hold a memory, every floorboard a whisper of her presence. The house was a museum of her life, and he, the sole curator. A sudden chill snaked up his spine, not from the drafty windows, but from a deeper, colder source. He glanced toward the hallway. Nothing. Just the long, dark corridor stretching into the house's heart. He stood up, his flashlight a trembling circle of light in the gloom. A faint, almost imperceptible sound reached him from the second floor. A low, rhythmic rocking, like an old rocking chair. He knew his grandmother's chair. It sat in the corner of her bedroom, an antique she'd had since childhood. He'd covered it with a white sheet the day he arrived. His heart pounded a frantic rhythm against his ribs as he climbed the stairs. Each step groaned a protest. The rocking sound grew louder. A steady, hypnotic creak. He reached the top of the landing and aimed the flashlight down the hall. The beam sliced through the darkness, illuminating the doorway to his grandmother's room. The sheet was still there, draped over the chair like a shroud. But the chair was swaying. Gently. Back and forth. He froze, his breath catching in his throat. He watched as the sheet slowly, impossibly, began to sink into the seat of the chair, as if a weight was settling into it. Then, the creaking stopped. A soft, clear voice, as familiar and comforting as a lullaby, floated out of the silence. "You're getting cold, Marcus. Put on your sweater, dear." He didn't move. He couldn't. The voice was his grandmother's, but it was coming from an empty rocking chair, draped in a silent sheet. "I miss you," she whispered. The sheet on the chair didn't stir, but the words were a physical presence in the room, warm and real. "But you can't stay here in the past. It's time to let go." A single tear tracked a path down his cheek. He stood there for a long time, the flashlight beam unwavering, until the darkness and the silence felt less like a presence and more like an absence. He finally turned and walked back downstairs, leaving the chair to its memory. He knew then that he didn't have to clear out the house to say goodbye. She already had.